showing the level of black mould problem I've had. I've had this black mould problem for I've had this black mould problem. There's always been black mould since I moved in, but it's got extremely much worse from 2 years ago when there was a flood upstairs and the water main poured against this wall here. Now that turned, this is my kitchen, and that turned, the areas that were covered were from roughly here down from the ground up to about where the tiles go on this wall. The entire back wall here, across right to the other side, and then down here to the to about halfway along here was covered in mould. I then got mould on this area here where the fan is now. There was a huge area of mould there. Now this mould was because the water had seeped into the concrete, and this happened 2 years ago, and the ceiling was all damaged by it as well. But it was just, I reported it several times, probably about 4 times. I had 3 people come around and take photographs and sort of promised they would do something, and then 6 months later nothing would happen. So over a period of 2 years nothing happened at all. So in this area here, we're talking about the kitchen. The total, I've worked it out, the total, I've got a sort of working out here. The kitchen was 5.6 square metres of mould. And the problem with that is the mould in the kitchen, it gets into your food, and black mould contains a toxin called saprotoxin H. And saprotoxin H gives you fatigue, headache, rash and hypothermia. That's when your skin goes all red. So anyway, so we're talking about 5.6 square metres in this room, the kitchen, which is now mostly gone. But if you look at this area here, because the mould was caused by the water seeping into the concrete and then moved concrete, there's a problem I think coming up here, because you can see it's sort of creeping through the paint already after 4 months. So I would be not at all surprised if I get an outbreak of mould on my kitchen wall again. So now, if I go to the hallway, now the hallway problem is relatively recent. Well, it's been here before, but I can't get rid of it. And if you look at where the hallway, there is some down at the bottom, which is just due to dampness by the door. And then what's happened is, of course, I've got a colony of black mould everywhere. Of course, when it gets damp, it just picks the colony and grows there. So it grows here very rapidly. And this is rapid because I cleared this area of mould about a month ago. I completely sprayed it, and it's come back. So this down the bottom is mould that's grown recently. This stuff at the top is more permanent, and as you can see, the ceiling's all damaged, and the ceiling's damaged because it's all due to water damage from the lady's flat above. She had according to the contractor, she had a leak that was leaking water from a shower system basically into the concrete above my flat, and this is the result of that. But also, what the lady does is she pours water over her flowers when it's in the summertime, when it's sunny. So when you'd expect the concrete to be able to dry out, she pours water all over it, which actually soaks into it because the guttering is also not working properly. I've got a video of that. So this area here, I've calculated that because it's in the ceiling and that bit there and down the bottom, and it's rotting the wood. I've got that down as 2.7 square metres if you work it out, because it goes all down there. So the bathroom, I had a big problem in the bathroom a couple of years ago. As I said, this ceiling damage is all from water damage from upstairs. I've had a lot of water damage, as you can see. And that water damage is, and if you look at if I show you the video of the water falling down over the edge of the guttering, you'll see that this is the area where it comes down the most. So it's not surprising that it's seeping into the concrete and causing damp problems. So I've left it so that you can see what's going on. I'm going to clean all this, so I can't wait any longer. I can't wait any longer for someone to do it for me, because I'll wait another 6 months and then you'll just turn around again and tell me that, oh, we've forgotten all about it, or you never told us, after having this whole series of photographs taken. I mean, must be about 4 times contractors have taken photographs, said they'll do something, and nothing happens. So that the mould gets into the damp recesses down here, and it's difficult for me to clean. Especially, my mobility's increased. In the last 4 months, my mobility has increased quite a bit because the kitchen problem with the black mould's been cleared. So the amount of toxins I'm getting from the black mould is less now, which means I'm able to deal with it better. But as you can see here, there's a lot of water damage to the paintwork, and if you go up to the top, there's water damage there, which, as I said, if you watch how the water falls outside when the lady washes her plants, then you'll see that this is the area where it's dripping the most, outside. And that's getting into the concrete and causing my damp problem to continue. And I've this area here, I've cleaned this repeatedly over the last 2 years. I had a big infestation about 2 years ago, and I got rid of it, and then it's all come back. And I think part of the problems I've got with the paint is because I've been putting on a lot of bleach to kill a lot of bleach on this area here, where it's all puckering up, is to kill the mould. So by killing the mould, I've also damaged the paint. Right.